Okay. Last lecture we have learned the basic principles of counting, addition and multiplication principle, and we have solved few problems. Let us continue solving problems and learning new things. In how many ways? Okay, this is today's one first problem. Or do you want me to continue writing those numbers? What is the last problem number?
Question
5.
5.
Then 5.
5?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so this is 6. Anyway, can the letters of the word mobile be arranged such that consonants occupy the odd places? Okay, now which are the consonants? M, B and L. They are at odd places in the word mobile right now also. Is it first place consonant, consonant, consonant? So in how many ways we can arrange them? So if suppose the question was up to this, in how many ways the letters of the word mobile can be arranged, full stop, it was easy. It was very easy problem. 6 letters, all distinct, 6p6. If it was problem up to this point, the answer would have been 6p6, which is 6 factorial upon 6 minus 6 factorial, which is 6 factorial upon 0 factorial. Answer would have been 6 factorial, which is 720. But that is not the question. Question is, in how many ways you can arrange the letters such that consonants occupy the odd place. I wait for a couple of minutes. 3 factors can be permuted in 3 factorial ways, that is 3p 3 ways, and even 3p 3 ways, makes it 6 into 6, 36. So out of these 720, 36 arrangements are such that the consonants are out of position. Okay.
But they have asked only
This
odd
is warm up.
places, not the even places.
Any doubt?
Sir, they have asked the odd places, not the even places.
Yes, odd places only. So first place consonant, third place consonant, fifth place consonant. And of course, remaining 3 places, 2, 4 and 6 should be vowels, not the consonants.
Yes.
So 3 factorial into 3 factorial. 6 into 6, 36. Should be easy. Question number, wait, let me pin this. I don't want. 7. This is warm up. We have just started, therefore we are doing this. In how many ways can we form a number? Of 4 digits. from the digits 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If repetition is not allowed. That is question number A. And question number B. Question number B is how many of these will be greater than 3000? So first question is how many 4-digit numbers you can form without repetition out of the digits 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and amongst these many, how many of them will be greater than 3000? Sure, show me your answer. And now okay, so if we have 6 digits and we have to display 4 out of 6, therefore answer for A is 6p4, which is 6 factorial upon 6 minus 4 factorial, which is equal to 6 factorial upon 2 factorial. Answer is 360 weights. Okay, so now what we can do is we have 4 digits and we want the number to be greater than 3000. Okay, so what is the best way of doing it? First, we need to find the number of these 3 ways. Okay, which all, if this place is occupied by 4, 5 or 6, anyway that number is going to be greater. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes. So if this place is occupied by 4, 5 or 6, and this place, first place can be occupied by, that is case 1. Case 1, first place is occupied by 4, 5, 4 or 5 or 6. So it can be occupied in third 3 ways. First place.
No, sir.
Huh?
Sir, it can
No,
be
sir.
occupied
even
in
three.
4
4 ways
ways.
are possible, sir.
Yes, sir.
Sir, there
Sir,
is no
because-
zero.
So because we don't have any zero, sir, and the first digit, say the first digit is 3, so the other digits will be 1, 2, 4 or 5 or 6. So there's no chance that will be lesser than 3000.
Sir, even if you had zero, then also repetition is not allowed.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes.
So what is the answer? The answer is 5p3.
Sir,
First place can be occupied.
Sir, I did by ratio proportion.
Wait. Okay.
सर माझ्याकडे याच्यापेक्षा पण इझी मेथड आहे.
भाई जरा थांब जरा आधी मी रेकॉर्डिंग कंप्लीट करतो because this is the way we want to solve it, and then you can tell me the ratio proportion here. Okay. First place can be occupied in 4 different ways. Because we don't have zeros, we cannot produce smaller number. Even if we have 3 here, it will be greater than 3000. And then we have 3 digits. Repetition is not allowed. Therefore, 1 digit we have consumed here out of 6. Now we are left with 5 digits. So there is no 2 cases, only 1 case. There are 5 digits available now and are to be 5 digits available, and there are 3 places to display, which is equal to 5 factorial upon 2 factorial and then multiplied by 4. This should be equal to 240 weights. Okay. Okay. Now what is
Sir,
ratio proportion? Ha, bola.
sir, could you please tell how we got 5p3? Means I got 240 by just multiplying, but I didn't get how to convert that in that form.
See, this is, I am deliberately using this notation because if we could convert the given problem in this form, we will be less confused later on. Out of these 4 digits which we have taken 1 and put it in the first, say 5 we have put here. So 5 is gone from the available number of digits, right? So how many digits are remaining now for the remaining 3 places? 5. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 6. So that is what is this number. Out of these 5 digits which are available with us, we want to display 3. Therefore 5p3, which is 5 factorial upon 5 minus 3 factorial, which is 2 factorial, and this is the number after we put 5 here, and we can put 5 or 3 or 4 or 6 here. There are 4 ways of doing it. Therefore the simplified answer will be 5 factorial. It is 5 into 4 into 3 upon 2 factorial, so only 3 numbers, multiplied by 4.
So I have a doubt. What I did was that I said that even though it is like no repetition, the chance of the first number being any number is equal, so like 1 upon 6. So and 4 of those options are like correct in this. So I just did 4 by 6 which is 2 by 3 and it comes up to 240.
Yes, if total number of ways is 360, out of that 1/3 will be smaller
Yes, sir.
and 2/3 will be greater than 3000.
Yes,
Of 360 is 240. That is correct. Very good.
How did
Sir,
we
that is the
find
same
out
ratio of
one
proportion
third?
method.
Ratio wala, yes, same method. I will start recording. Problem number 8. Find how many different numbers greater than 23,000 can be formed from the digits 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 if repetition of the digits is not allowed. Okay, tell me the answer. Resume recording. Now, what are we trying to do? All the digits are non-zero digits. Therefore, if we are going to create a number, how many different numbers greater than 23001 can be formed from these 5 digits, and the repetition of the digit is not allowed. So we have to have, if we want the number to be greater than 23000, we have to have a 5-digit number. And suppose case 1, suppose first digit is 2, suppose first digit is 2, that is what we have put it in the first box. And then we think about, how many ways can we occupy the second digit? In how many ways we can occupy the second digit for the number to be greater than 23,000? We can Suppose if we put 2 here, then there is a possibility of 1 coming here, which we don't want. 2 will not come here again because repetition is not allowed. Therefore, so this is one way of putting first digit, and there are 3 different ways of putting second digit. Out of 3, 4 or 5, you can have any digit at the second place. Okay, so 2 in the first place, 3, 4, 5 can be in second place. That is what this 3 all about. And the moment we do this 2 into 3, then the remaining 3 digits that we have can be put in any order here, which is into this place can be occupied in 3. That is 3p3, which is 3 into 2 into 1. So it into 6. So that makes it 18. If the number is starting with 2, we can create 18 numbers which are greater than 23,000. Case 1. Case 2. Now, case 1 or case 2. Therefore, case 1 we have found out 18. Or case 2. First digit can be occupied in these 3 different ways, 3, 4 or 5. 3 different ways. And then remaining 4 digits can be placed in any order. The number will be greater than 23,000. So it is 4 factorial. Second place can be occupied by 4 ways. Third place can be occupied by 3 ways. 2 and 1. That makes it 72. 12. And this is OR. Therefore 18 plus 72 is 90. So the correct answer is 90. Do you require some extraordinary thinking for this? No. You are aware what you are doing. This is little different problem than the earlier problem. We want to get the number greater than 23,000. In how many ways? If it starts with 2 is a special case. If it starts with 3, 4, 5, it is okay. The number is going to be greater than 20.
Sir, when it is starting with 2, how does it come 18? I don't know.
When the number is starting with 2, if the number is 2, 1, 3, 4, 5, then it is not acceptable because second digit matters. It is less than 2. I mean, if it is less than 3, okay. But
Yes, sir.
2, 4, 3, 1, 5 is okay because second digit
Yes.
is greater than 3. So for second digit, we have to consider second digit only in case if the first digit is 2. Otherwise, if the first digit is 3 oblique 4 oblique 5, second digit can be any number. It is going to be greater. So these answers are not going to come just like that without thinking. Unless and after thinking, it is hardly any calculation. It won't take much time. But you have to be a thinking student. Just don't throw some answers. If it was easy problem, you will get it correct. But it is little twisted, then it is going to be wrong. Now, let me explain you some additional thing. Now, so far whatever arrangements that we have done, so far whatever permutations we have done, they were easy. Now, suppose I have 3 letters A, B, C, basic problem. Suppose I have 3 letters A, B, C. I can create 6 words using these 3. A, B, C, A, C, B, B, A, C, B, C, A, C, A, B, C, B, A. We need not have to list, but I am deliberately listing right now. It is like 3 persons are there and they are supposed to take a photograph by sitting in a, how many distinct ways we can have a photograph? 6 ways. In how many ways 3 distinct objects can be arranged? 3 factorial, 6 ways. That is what we know. We can always cross check our answer by making a bigger problem into a smaller problem and enlisting. So this is what is enlisting. And listing in dictionary order. A, B, C you will find first in dictionary and C, B, A last. And in this order, we have to follow discipline and list them. Then only your answer will be right. If you mess them up, then you don't know whether you have taken care of all possible cases or not. Therefore, you need to write them in dictionary order. Okay, so now A does not look like B, B does not look like C, and therefore there will be 6 distinct photographs which we can take if A, B, C are present. But suppose I have A, and B. They are twin brothers or twin sisters and they look exactly same. Only their names are different. How many distinct photographs can we have? Oh, then it is a little difficult because AAB is one photograph. ABA is another photograph. And BAA is the third photograph. If A and A are same, then I have only 3 permutations. But when A and C are not same, then I have 6 permutations. Okay, study number 1. We have completed our study. Study number 2. Suppose I have A, B, C, D, 4 letters. How many permutations? Unnecessary listing doesn't make sense. We know the answer 4 factorial. That is 4p4.
Yes, sir.
4 factorial. Okay.
24.
20. Now, if I say A and D look alike, B and C, of course it will be less because it was less here. So how much? Maybe you can find out this. And maybe the third situation, 3 of them look alike. What will be the answer? I wait for some time. I don't want you to rush. I know there are few students who know this, therefore they will give the answer very quickly. Does not matter. Okay, if these two AAs are 1 and 2, A1 and A2, that will make it distinct, then they themselves will permute amongst themselves in 2 factorial ways, and that makes 3 into 2, 6. Okay, here again it will be similar. If this was A1 and A2, every time we do permutation with BC, if they were distinct, there were 2 permutations because of the distinctness of them, and therefore this answer, but because now they are same, those 2 factorial permutations, if they were distinct like this, are gone, they will be, so the answer is going to be 4 factorial upon 2 factorial, which is 12. What will happen here? There are 3 A's, and amongst 3 A's, if they were A1, A2, A3, they will permute amongst themselves in 6 different ways, 3 factorial different ways. And therefore, whatever number of ways that we will get with this, okay, is going to be 1/6 of this, 1/6 of this, and we can cross check also. A B A and BAA, that is 4, but 4 not by enlisting, but 4 by 4 factorial upon 3 factorial. Do you understand? And therefore the answer becomes 4. Okay, now let me make this question little difficult. The difficulty is, suppose I have A, B, right? So I'm not waiting for you to show me, explain. Total 4 letters, it would have been 24, 4 factorial. But it is not that easy. Both A's look alike, both B's look alike. So both A's will permute amongst themselves in 2 factorial ways. Both B's will permute amongst themselves in 2 factorial ways. Therefore, this is going to be the final answer if 2 A's and 2 B's were there. That is 24 upon 4, 6 different ways. If two A's and two B's are there, that means there is a repetition of A, 2 times repetition of B, 2 times, then the answer would have been. So if A's are n times, B's are m times, and C's are k times. Okay, so total how many letters are there? N plus m plus k, that many letters are there. So if all of them were distinct, then the answer would have been n plus m plus k factorial, out of which n look alike, n factorial, m look alike, m factorial, k look alike, k factorial. This is going to be the formula. Now let me ask you whether you have understood this. According, what is the question number now?
Sir, 9.
9.
9.
9.
Question number is 9. Okay. Find the number of permutations of the letters of the word Allahabad. You can show me the answer in factorial notation. Okay. 9 factorial, total 9 letters. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 factorial, out of which A, 4 letters, same looking like, and L, all others are distinct, 2 factorial. That is what is your answer. Okay. Now, okay. Now, yesterday we have solved problem when, say, I was a shopkeeper, vegetable shop. I had, say, 5 different vegetables, V1, V2, V3, V4, V5 in my shop. Now everybody's attention on board. I am a vegetable shopkeeper. I have 5 vegetables, 5 types of vegetables in my shop. And I have a place to display only 3 vegetables. We said first place can be occupied in 5 different ways, second place can be occupied in 4 different ways, and third place can be occupied in 3 different ways. Therefore, total number of ways of displaying 3 vegetables out of 5 vegetables is 5p3, which is 5 factorial upon 5 minus 3 factorial, which is 60. Okay, I think we have solved something like this. Now let me make it little different. Now I go to a vegetable shop and there are 5 vegetables in that vegetable shop, 5 different vegetables. And my wife has said, go and get 3 vegetables. Go and get 3 vegetables. So I have a bag with me in which I am supposed to carry 3 vegetables. Understand the difference in the problem. First problem was I am supposed to display 3 vegetables out of 5 vegetables that I had. And the answer we knew was 60. Now, out of 5 vegetables available in the shop, I am supposed to take home 3 vegetables. How many ways? Think about it. Numerically, I am not interested. I want to figure out how should we solve this problem. I am not supposed to display the vegetables, so that in the display, the sequence, the order in which I am displaying is important. First vegetable, second vegetable, third vegetable. However, when I am putting it in the bag, my wife will not know whether I have put vegetable number 1 first in the bag or vegetable number 1 last in the bag. So far I am carrying all the 3 vegetables home. I am okay. Therefore, in the arrangement, there is a value for position. Position 1, position 2 and position 3, they are important. However, when you are taking them home, or we say in mathematical language, these were permutations. These are arrangements. Sorry, these were permutations and arrangement is same. These were combinations. These are combinations. In how many ways I can carry 3 vegetables home? I am talking about combination. In how many ways I can display 3 vegetables in my vegetable shot? I am talking about permutations. So permutation goes with arrangement. Combination goes with selection. I am required to select 3 vegetables out of 5. That is the end of the story. I need not worry about which one I have selected first and which one I have selected last. So selection goes with combination. I am supposed to arrange them. That goes with permutation. And therefore, if I have already found out the answer for permutation and I am not worried about the sequence, then these 3 guys can permute amongst themselves in 3 factorial ways that I am not interested in. Therefore, this answer, whatever answer that I have, 5p3 answer that I have, should be divided by 3p3.
Yes. Answers.
Or there are 3 places, 1, 2, 3, and therefore 3 factorial permutations I am not interested in. Therefore 5 factorial upon 5 minus 3 factorial, that is 5p3, and I am not interested in permutation. Therefore 3 factorial multiplied by 3 factorial. This should be our answer. This is the answer for selection. This is the answer for combination. So in the statement of the problem, you need to identify whether you are asked to find permutations or whether you are asked to find combinations. And let us write down the formula for this. If there are total n objects,
Sir.
एक minute. If there are n objects and you are supposed to select r objects out of n, then n choose r should be the answer. N choose r. Here it was n permute r. N choose r is going to be n factorial divided by n minus r factorial. These are NPR, number of permutations. And out of these permutations, I am not interested in their positions. And there are total r positions. So the factor will get reduced by r factorial. So the formula for n choose r, which is very, very important, is n factorial divided by n minus r factorial into r factorial. Okay, so in our case, the answer is going to be 60 divided by 3 factorial, which is 6. The answer would be 10. I can take home 3 vegetables sorry, I can take home 3 vegetables out of 5 vegetables available in 10 different ways. Somebody was asking some question. Having developed this notation, what is our notation now? If we want to select R objects out of N objects, same NCR ways. Now sometimes NCR is written like this, sometimes it is also written like only CR, where N is assumed even if it is not written. Sometimes it is written like N choose R, like this. So all means same. Okay, notation NCR, N choose R. This is also N choose R. This is also N choose R. They are one and the same, which is equal to N factorial upon N minus R factorial into R factorial. So it is obvious that N choose R is equal to N choose N minus R.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Same, because this denominator, if we give N factorial upon R factorial into N minus R factorial, then it is N choose N minus R. Okay, so they are one and the same. That is one property of choose notation. And the property of another property of choose notation, which I will ask you to prove that N choose R plus N choose R minus 1 is equal to N plus 1 choose R. Prove this. LHS N factorial upon N minus R.
Can you wait for some time?
Huh?
So can you wait for 1 minute?
Wait for 1 minute.
Yes, I'm just writing.
Yes, sir.
More number of times. Okay. And then, have you understood why is this plus here?
No, sir.
Minus R minus 1. This bracket is N minus R minus 1. If you resolve bracket, you get N minus R plus 1. Okay, and the second bracket is R minus 1. So N minus R plus 1 is bigger than N minus R. Therefore, you can take out N minus R factorial common. Okay, now N factorial is there, N minus R factorial is there, and R factorial. So out of R factorial, we have taken out R minus 1 factorial common. Therefore, first term will be 1 upon R. And plus, what will be the second term? N factorial is taken out common. N R minus 1 is taken out common. Second term will be 1 upon N minus R plus 1. This will be our second term. Now, if we simplify second term, what will be the answer? N minus R factorial into R minus 1 factorial. Inside bracket, cross multiply N minus R plus 1 plus R upon R into N minus R plus 1. Right? This is what is simplification of the bracket. What it makes N factorial upon minus R factorial into r minus 1 factorial, side bracket, r gets cancelled, we get n plus 1 divided by r into n minus r plus 1. Okay, now this n plus 1 into n factorial is n plus 1 factorial, correct? R into r minus 1 factorial is
R factorial.
r factorial, and n minus r plus 1
N minus r plus 1.
minus r factorial is n minus r plus 1 factorial, which we can say n plus 1 choose r, which is RHS.
Sir, but in denominator we are getting +1, so that shouldn't be the case.
Why?
Sir.
Also it is plus 1 na, in the numerator. Change color. Increase percentage. Let us make it 56%. There are 7 men. And 3 women. Find the number of ways. In which a committee of 6 can be formed. If the committee is to include one, exactly 2 women. Second problem, at least 2 women. Third problem, at most 2 women. Get me numerical answers of 3 questions with proper thinking, and you are allowed to show answer only after I say now you can show the answer. So I don't want you to make it in a hurry. Problem number 2. Problem number 1. Exactly 2 women. You can choose 2 women out of 3. In 3, choose 2 ways. Having chosen 2 women, we have to choose 4 men because it's a 6-member committee. So choose 2 women out of 3 and choose say 4 men out of 7. Now, okay. Now, one thing for all of you to learn is, say for example, I want to write 7 choose 4 very quickly. So what I should do is, I should start with 7 and write 4 numbers. 7, start with 7 and write 4 numbers. And in the denominator, write factorial of this r. 4 into 3 into 2 into 1. That is the choose notation. Okay, let me practice this, make you aware what I am trying to tell. Suppose it is 10 choose 3. I should write 10 into 9 into 8 in the numerator, 3 into 2 into 1 in the denominator. That is 10 choose 3. If it was 10p3, just write 3 numbers in the numerator. 10 into 9 into 8. समझते का? This is working because you cannot afford to make mistake while writing these notations in factorial form. Therefore, 3 choose 2 is 3 into 2 upon 2 into 1. Or you can, in mind, you can say 3 choose 2 is 3 choose 1. In mind, you can directly do it. 3 choose 2 is 3 choose 1 because we have proved it just now. And 7 choose 4 is 7 choose 3. That will make it still easier. So write only one number in the numerator and 3 factorial 3 upon 1. That is 3 choose 1. And 7 choose 3 is 7 into 6 into 5 upon 3 into 2 into 1. So this 3 gets cancelled. 2 3 is 105. That is the answer for 1. Have you understood this? This is very important. I'm trying to tell you how to remember in multiplication form what is 10 choose 3. Suppose what is 8 choose 2. 8 choose 2 is easy. 8 into 7 upon 2 into 1. Orally also you can find out it is 28. 8 choose 2 is 28. Now, if I ask 9 choose 7, we need not have to write 7 numbers in that numerator. We do 9 minus 7, this is equal to 9 minus 2, 9 choose 2, which is 9 into 8 upon 2 into 1, which is 36. Is it fast? Majority.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Many a times you will have to use choose notation, and very few times if it is an arrangement or permutation problem, then you will require to do this. So if you remember it in this way, you will not make mistake. Otherwise, what you have to do? First of all, you have to, after reading the problem, you have to find out whether it is arrangement, permutation, or selection combination problem. That is number 1. That is very important step. You must find out that. Second, then the formula. Suppose if you use, then what is the factorial notation of that formula? You will have to remember. Then there will be a lot of cancellation. So for all practical purposes, if we remember this trick, then directly we can use it. Okay. Now let us solve the second. Second one is at least.
I was disconnected. Can you repeat the trick? Means I could not hear. Sir, I was disconnected. Can you repeat the trick which you were telling?
It is written. If it is 10 choose 3, you write 3 numbers in the numerator starting from 10 and in the denominator factorial of or. If it is permute, don't write denominator.
Yes.
So 8 choose 2 is 8 into 7 upon 2 into 1. 9 choose 7 is 9 choose 2. Use that identity first and then write the factorial, get the final answer quickly.
Okay, sir.
Okay, let us solve problem number 2. At least 2 women. So case 1, there are 2 women, 2.
Same as it.
Recording is on.
No, sir, I'm saying the answer will be same as the first problem, 105. If there are only 2 women.
Wait, let us do it. If there are 2 women, it will be 3 choose 2 into 7 choose 4. Or there will be at least 3 women, so we can afford to have 3 women also. If there are 3 women, then 3 choose 3 into 7 choose 3. These are the 2 possible cases. Answer for this we have already found out, which is 105.
Yes.
Answer for this is 3 choose 3 is 3 choose 0. 3 choose 3 is 1, basically. Because you are supposed to write in the numerator 3 factorial. In the denominator also 3 factorial. Therefore, it is 1 into 7 choose 3 is 7 into 6 into 5 upon 3 into 2 into 1. 3 into 2 is 6, otherwise 35. This is 35. So 105 and this R in English is add in mathematics, which makes it 145. That is our second answer. And the third answer.
140.
Sir,
Sir,
140.
140.
140.
Yes, sir, 140.
Yes. Yes, 140. Okay. Third answer with different color. Third answer. Case 1. At most 2 women, so 0 women makes it 3 choose 0 into 7 choose 6. Or 1 woman, 3 choose 1 into 7 choose 5. Or 2 women, 3 choose 2 into 7 choose 4. What is this? 3 choose 0 is 3 choose 3. 3 choose 0 is 3 choose 3, which is 1, into 7 choose 6 is 7 choose 1. Write 1 on the numerator and 1 in the denominator. That makes it 7. 3 choose 1 is 3 in the numerator, 1 in the denominator, into 7 choose 5 is 7 choose 2. 7 into 6 upon 2 into 1. That makes it how much? 63.
Yes, sir.
63. Last is 3 choose 2, that is 3 choose 1, that is 3 upon 1, into 7 choose 4 is 7 choose 3 is 7 into 6 into 5 divided by 3 into 2 into 1. Now slowly you can avoid writing this one because it doesn't make any sense. So 35 into
105.
is 105. This 105 is present everywhere. That is case number 1. Where is 105? So how much is this total? Total is 175, 140, 175 and 100. These are the three answers. That is how it should be. Let me change color. Problem number 11. Okay. There are 10 professors and 20 students, out of whom committee of 2 professors and 3 students is to be formed. Find the number of ways in which this can be done. This is question 1. Question 2. In how many of these committees a particular professor is included? And question number 3, in how many of these a particular student is excluded. Okay, so the question number 1 is in how many ways it can be formed, and then out of that answer second, and out of the answer of the first, answer third. So maybe I will change the numbering. This is our first question. I'm not giving it 1. That is the question. And question number 11 point, or maybe sub question out of that, is in how many of them a particular professor is included, and in how many of them a particular student is excluded. So maybe this is 1 and this is 2. And this is the general question. Okay, I am expecting numerical answer, and maybe we will discuss the solution of this next lecture, because I want to give you a lot of time to think. 51300. Answer for second question is 1060, and answer for third question is 43605. Now let us try this way. There are many wrong answers which I was observing. So